Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. So today I am going to jump right in and talk about how I got here. As the title suggests, I want to talk about my experience giving forgettable gifts to my bridesmaids. Um, you know, how, talk about how I got here to this place and always talking to you guys about gifting your wedding party, right? And for those who are new, my name is Amy Cole. I am a personal gift consultant and I create beautiful and personalized wedding party gifts for those brides and grooms with busy lives so that they can have a memorable gifting experience. So let's get into it. Um, the week leading up to my wedding, instead of spending my time relaxing and enjoying my family and friends when they arrived, I spent my time frantically trying to get the remaining gifts for our bridesmaids and groomsmen gifts, or get the remaining gift items for their gifts. Um, And in those days, I just remember being so exhausted, um, especially as I went from store to store inside of America's Mart here in Atlanta. And if you have ever been to that market, then you know the size of it, you know what I mean. But I was so exhausted trying to find the accessories that I wanted to gift. I was looking for an earring and necklace set for the ladies, and cufflinks for the guys. But I didn't have anything specific in mind. I just figured I would know when I saw it, and that's the attitude I had when I started searching the day that I went into the market. Um, but I was so tired, and there were so many stores, and I was up against time and budget. Um, and also, this was my last ditch effort to find what I needed. And, because I only had that one day in the market. So, if by chance I had left without finding anything, if I had left empty handed, then I knew that I was going to be in trouble. Um, but needless to say, I was so overwhelmed by the size of the market, just by the sheer size of it, and the number of stores. I was frustrated because I wasn't finding what I wanted. And keep in mind, I didn't even know what I wanted. And I was stressed out because I was literally running out of time. And, um, I was not just running out of time because my wedding was coming up. I was running out of time because if you've been to that market, a lot of the stores close early. But all I really wanted to do was create really nice gifts that would show our bridesmaids and groomsmen that we really appreciated their support in our journey. And, at that point, I wasn't doing a very good job. Um, I was able finally to find, you know, make decisions on the cufflinks and the jewelry sets that I needed. So I had those, but outside of that, I didn't do a very good job of creating something that represented what how we really felt about their support um, for us, or their support to us in that journey. But I was able to pull everything together about 2 days before our wedding. And it showed. It showed that was able to throw everything together, and I was not happy with the final result. But what else could I do? On the day of the wedding, of course, we get to the day of the wedding, and I presented the gifts to um, everyone. They seemed happy and excited to receive the gifts. But after the wedding, and the reception was over, and I returned back to the room where we had gotten dressed, I realized that one of my bridesmaids had um, left her gift behind, and uh, afterwards, she wasn't interested in getting it later. But I felt so bad when I realized that I had gotten them forgettable gifts. It was not my intention to make them feel like that, I was giving them trinkets that, you know, they felt comfortable leaving behind, right? And never thought about getting again. Um, but like I said, they love the earring and necklace set. But to this day, they cannot tell me what else was in that box. And I know because Um, I asked them 9 years after. Here we are, so that would have been last year. We are almost 10 years in, and they couldn't remember. Now, I did try to um, make it up to them by getting them something personalized, a personalized thank you gift after the wedding, and they all remember that gift. Um, and two of them actually tried to make that gift be a part of the gift that I gave them on the day of. Um, they remember everything I gave them after the wedding because it was more personalized for them, and I made it beautiful. But like I said, to this day, they can't remember what was in that box that I gave them on the day of our wedding. But after that experience and other gifting experiences that had the same outcome, I finally figured, out that gifting should be meaningful and memorable for both the giver and the receiver. But it took me several other gifting experiences after that to really figure out what I was doing wrong, um, why I wasn't creating the experience that I wanted to have when giving the gift. Um, Also, after that, I learned that gifting, I definitely reflected and figured out that gifting your wedding party or anyone for that matter does not have to feel so overwhelming, frustrating, and stressful. And on top of that, you don't have to feel defeated in the end, right? When it doesn't turn out the way you thought. And that's the way that I felt. My husband says that I hit them with creatively memorable. No, I didn't. I wasn't quite creatively memorable at that point, but I was trying to, after the wedding, sending those thank you gifts, I did realize that they needed to be more personalized, and that's the direction that I took, and that's why they remember them, right? But I felt defeated. That's the way that I felt after giving those gifts on the day of the wedding, and I've never forgotten that feeling. So that feeling is what fuels me. That feeling and another experience that we'll talk about on another day. Um, I've never forgotten those feelings, and that's what fuels me to remembering how I felt uh, leading up to and on the one of the biggest days of my life um, is why I want to help you have the gifting experience that you envision while giving you some of your time back, right? I want to help you have the time back that you need to do other tasks, whether it be tasks that are on your wedding to-do list or tasks that you have just in life in general, right? Because your lives are busy, just like mine was at that time. Um, I want you to have time to relax and time to enjoy your friends and family and create those memorable moments on one of the biggest days of your life, right? I don't want you to create forgettable ones, right? I do want to help you create those memorable ones, though. But that is how I got here. I don't want you to have to go through what I went through. You don't have to experience what I experienced in my creating the gifts for our wedding party um, members, our bridesmaids and groomsmen. And by the way, uh, I still have the box from the gift that was left behind. Now, I don't know where the items are now. I think I know. I think I still have like a makeup bag because the gifts did have a makeup bag in them. But I do still have the box. I don't have any of the other items. And I will show you. I have proof of the left behind gift. This is it. And I really liked the box at the time. And as a matter of fact, this was the only thing that I really uh, took time and made a decision on. Um, and even in this, that was a mistake. But yes, this is not a host. This was the actual box. And if you followed me for any length of time, you know some videos back, I don't know how far back it was, I do talk about the fact that I only needed 3 boxes and I had to go to different stores to get them because they only had one at this store and one at this store and one at the other or something like that. But I only needed 3 and that's all I got. And that's the box that, from the gift that was left behind. But yeah, um, I don't want you to have to experience someone leaving their gift behind and having felt like I did. Um, but I'm curious, are there any other brides or grooms out there who have similar stories of not having the time that you needed to give the gift that you wanted to your wedding party? Let me know in the comments if you have one of those stories. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. If you don't want to leave them in the comment section, feel free to DM me or send me a private message and I'll be sure to respond to you. Looking in the comments here, my husband says, choose peace. Yes, choose peace. Uh, so especially, leading, if you're giving day of gifts, you definitely want to choose peace leading up to the day of your wedding. You don't want to be running around frantically like I was. That is not peaceful. Um, but yeah, if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comment section below. If you want to see my work, you could definitely check us out on Instagram and follow us over there. You can also watch my videos on YouTube. We are on YouTube now. So if you prefer watching your videos on YouTube, you can head over there and check us out and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when the videos are uploaded over there on YouTube. If you are watching the replay, thank you so much. Let me know that you stopped by saying hello in the comments. I would love to know that you stopped by. But if you are ready to have beautiful gifts created for your bridesmaids and groomsmen that are meaningful and memorable, then I want you to click the link in the caption and schedule a free consultation with me so that we can discuss your gift and vision and how I might be able to help you. But if there are not any questions, which I don't see any more questions or comments, that is all that I have for you all today. So until next time, happy gifting and many blessings.